Let's see if this works. Am I live? Not live yet. Come on. Hey, there we are. I'm live. Let's see if I can also share this to the no, I'm going to share it to my page. There it is, page. Yep. You can hear me and everything. I'll turn the volume down here so you know that you can hear me. I don't have my main setup going, so bear with me. Tuning in. Figured I haven't been on in a little while. Miss you guys. To say hi and check in. Give some updates. Bear with me. As I'm also sharing this on the Amityville Barbi page right now. You guys can join me for some work and chat. There we go. So close that. Close that. Leave. Close. Leave. Back to my other page. All right. Let's go to our chats. Where's my chat? There it is. The Noble One checking in on YouTube. Anthony Noble, what's up, brother? He says, Ronin, how you guys doing? I've been absent for a while, I know. Life is hard sometimes. Hey, guys. God damn it. Come here. Oh. She didn't realize you were up there. Calm down. If you didn't knock my shit over. Oh. Fucking cats. So, yeah. Lost a member of the family. One of my rescues that I pulled off the street years ago. I made a real post about her history and her whole story yet, but I will. I'm not going to do that here and bring the conversation down. We're going to talk Amityville Barbi. We'll talk the Fetus. We'll talk stunts. We'll talk about whatever you want. Jump in the chat and say hi. I'll be back to going live a little more regularly soon. We've had a lot of work going on. The first Amityville Barbi crowdfunder is about to wrap up. Thank you, everybody out there who contributed, who shared it, who commented, who got it seen. Yeah, it's actually picked up some people from both Facebook, and we're also on Slasher app now. If you're not on the Slasher app and you're a horror fan, you should check it out. Check out the Slasher app. Get yourself a profile there. I see Steph Infection is also on YouTube. What's going on? Are you guys unable to see me? Steph says, hey, Scream Hearts. Can you guys see me on Facebook? I thought it was on Facebook. After that photo release, you may need to reverse that no nudity rule you got. Yeah. No, we're keeping it no nudity. I swear. It's no nudity. Yeah, I'm live on Facebook too, so join in wherever you guys want. I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. That's it for right now. Twitch and what was the other one we were on? Twitch and Kick. We're no longer on. We weren't really picking up anybody there, so I figured why waste the funds keeping us on there when, there's nobody. It's not our scene. So maybe eventually it'll pick back up. But for now, we're just on. We're just on Facebook and YouTube. So, okay, Steph's on Facebook now watching. She got the YouTube notification first, sitting in her car. Anthony says, got no Facebook out here. I'm 2,000 kilometers from home working on the coast of BC, British Columbia. Well, shit, Anthony, be safe. Yes, and I'm glad you at least got some YouTube out there where you can join us. Anthony Noble, artist to the horror punk stars, among other things. Our Canadian correspondent on Deadsville Horror Talk jumps in with the Canadian perspective. I'm still working on my coffee here. So yeah, we've got. Let me go check here. I'm going to go bring up our Amityville Barbi window and refresh it. We are at $13,704 with 36 hours left to go. Let me see if I can do the screen share here so you guys can see. You can see what I'm talking about. I will share that. And how's that going to look now? Put me here. That makes a little me. It's a very little me. How about this one? Boop. That's a little better. Yeah, a bigger me. Oh, this one's not. It's way too big of my face. Still working these things out here. Yep. I guess we'll keep this one. This one looks pretty good, right? I wish this one worked and would put like it shows in the actual. Maybe if I hide the chat overlay, does it do it? Oh, there it is. Look at that. I have to hide the chat overlay for us to be able to do this little picture-in-picture cool thing that they have going on here on Restream. So I'm not on my nice camera today. Apologize if it's a little blurry of me. I'm just on the webcam that's on my laptop. Just wanted to jump on and have a little fun real quick. So let's go to our Amityville Barbi page. Indiegogo, and you see we are at $13,704, 167 backers. That's awesome, man. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people backing the project. Thank you all so much. 36 hours left to go, so just over a day. Hi, Nixie. You coming to say hi? Hi. Thank you all for grabbing perks. There is still a bunch of stuff left, so if you were on the fence or waiting, now's the time to grab some stuff. We are going to do more crowdfunding while we are in production, but I'm not sure that all these perks will be available. So if there was something you were looking at, something you had your eye on, now would be the time to grab it. And stuff like Deadsville teas, which we should have our next batch of Deadsville teas here any day now. So as soon as the crowdfunding ends, we'll start mailing those Deadsville teas out to everybody if you ordered the Deadsville tea bundle. So you'll get your Deadsville Where Everybody Is Dying to Live t-shirt, and we'll probably throw in some stickers, including an Amityville Barbi sticker. So the first Amityville Barbi stickers will be going out soon with our Deadsville tea bundles. So you'll get that. Hey, Dan Dye checking in. What's up, Dan? Ronald Black checking in. What's up, Ronald? He says, what's going on, guys? Ronald grabbed our stunt day on set. So we got some fun stuff planned, Ron, that you'll be able to see us do if you're going to come out with us on the shoot day in September to shoot our opening scene. I'll talk a little more about that as everybody checks in. Anna O checking in says, "How you doing?" I'm doing better, Anna. Time heals all wounds, kind of, but it was rough the last couple of weeks after losing the pup. So, Anna says, "Excited to see what the movie's going to be about. I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to give you some insight very shortly. I love the cast you guys put together. It's incredible. Thank you, Ron. We are very proud of the cast as well, and we're about to add some stunt actors in there as well." Because our first scene is going to involve 3 stunt demons and Barbie fighting 3 stunt demons in a warehouse. So it was originally very Evil Dead-esque and was shot outside, in case you didn't see the post yet today. We went and scouted a location outside. Shout out to Steve for showing us his home and offering his land to us. Very cool. And it was just very hot. But we would shoot at night. These would be night shoots, so it would be a little cooler. It is tick season, though, and everybody had a tick on them that we found eventually flicked off. So that was a consideration. And also the biggest consideration in changing the setting of our scene was the stunts. We're doing we're doing stunt rigging, like right off the bat. We're doing wire work, and in order to do wire work, I need myself and my other stunt rigger. I'm going to bring a second rigger on because I'm also directing this, and I'm going to have a lot of responsibility on set. So I'm going to bring a second rigger on. We're going to pre-rig everything together, and then he will run the rigging while I direct on the day. So we'll probably pre-rig the day before. But yes, we needed something to rig to. We were hoping we would luck out and find a cool spot with some big ass trees and some branches that were thick enough that we would be able to set some pulleys up on. But that's a tall order when you're looking for nature to cooperate, and especially if we're dealing with heat. We would need generators and all kinds of stuff outside. It's just a lot easier to control the environment and work with a bit of a smaller crew to save a little money on in a controlled environment in a warehouse. So, warehouse is the setting. I had to go in and do a little script doctoring the last day or two and touching up some stuff for scene 1, but that is now set in a warehouse. And Barbie versus Stunt Demons 1, 2, and 3. So, yeah, we're going to have a little fun. We're adding an element of Scott Pilgrim to it. You know, Deadsville is campy. We do the cartoon thing. Now, this is going to be like live action. We're not doing the Deadsville Rock and Roll Mysteries thing where we're shooting on blue screens or anything like that. Or like the Dickie Devil videos that we shoot on blue screens and draw backgrounds. This is really going to be shot in a real world location. But we're still going to have fun and do pals and bangs and speed lines and motion blur. And, you know, there's action, and also with the blood. And we're going to have some fun with some cool digital effects. We're having a lot of, there's going to be practical. Our gore and blood effects are going to be practical, but we will try some enhancements with some digital stuff. And there will be some cool, digital effects involved as well. Our producer, Mark Cheng of Cheng Creative Studios, he's an award-winning visual effects artist, among other things, filmmaker, director himself, writer. But he's a producer on the project, backed the project early, and has offered to do some visual effects for us. And we went over some of the Scott Pilgrim stuff, and it's stuff that he can do, pretty. He'll be able to do it really well. It's going to look good. So we'll leave it at that. Mark is a really good VFX artist. So that's a big plus, because what we're going to do is shoot this cool fight scene, this cool opening scene, knock a part of the script out, but also take that and use it as a teaser, as a trailer. So doing that, we'll be able to shop around and kind of show people. We've done this, the beauty of what we've done so far, and having $13,000 in already, almost $14,000 already on Indiegogo, is we did this with no trailer. We did this strictly on the concept, a little bit of concept art, our production team that we put together, and people's faith in us, and also our cast. Our cast has really done a lot to bring people into the crowdfunding portion of this. Obviously, bringing in somebody like Jessa Flux, who has a very large following and a name for herself in the B movie scene, doing a lot of horror stuff, constantly working. That was a big role, a big name to land for our Barbie character. So that brought a lot of eyes to the project. Some other people, Ashley Ann Berlin also was like, as we brought her in as Teresa, she got right away sponsored, and same thing as Jessa, like right away, they both got sponsored when we announced the sponsorship, the Adopt an Actor perk, and both had some of their fan base reaching out. Are there going to be any more Adopt an Actor? I want to adopt you too. I want to adopt you too. So we had to do second Adopt an Actors for both of those actresses. So huge thanks to both Jessa and Ashley's fan bases. Our first actor to get adopted was the awesome Johnny Thunder of Bates Motel and Haunted Hayride fame. And Johnny has been in a bunch of our productions before here in Deadsville. Johnny's a local actor, so we knew we were going to have him involved. We didn't realize how many people were going to, jump in once Johnny was announced. A huge portion of the haunt community. I'll bring his picture up here too. There we go. So here's Jessa. As we saw our Barbie, and there's Ashley playing our Teresa. And Johnny in one of his haunt personas here, as you see. He's a podcaster. He works on Hauntcast and Shock Tales, if you want to check those out. And he's one of the mainstays at Bates Motel. So if you've ever been to Bates Motel, or if you've watched, it's been featured on a bunch of Travel Channel shows and specials on haunts across America and stuff. It's an award-winning haunt. Johnny's one of the main haunt actors there. So we're really happy to have him, and his fan base jumped in and really lent their support once he was on board. So it was very cool to see. Very, very cool to see. Let's see. And it says it's going to be amazing. I hope it can go to some film festivals. It's definitely going to go to film festivals. And hopefully we're going to do some theater screenings. I'm sure we'll do some local screenings of it, but hopefully we can get some buzz. I think one of the big things that we need to do, and this is why we're taking this approach now, with the crowdfunding that we have and making a teaser, shooting our first scene and using that as our teaser. It's also like a real quick origin story, like for Barbie to she voices over a quick little fight scene. It's just a real quick way for us to establish our version of Barbie and kind of give, kind of set her up so you know what you're in store for. So I think we did great on this crowdfunding. Obviously, we've never done this before. Had no idea what we were getting into, and we've learned a ton doing this. And we've had some people reach out and give us advice after seeing, how far we've come and their experiences with doing stuff. So we know the next steps to take. But we have also been involved with stuff that's been sold to streaming networks. I was co-creator on Omega Unit, which is now on Tubi. So that was my concept that Mark Cheng directed, and we gave the concept to a writer that Mark has worked with multiple times, an award-winning writer, Nathan Fedreau. Nathan's he's written movies you've seen. He actually won awards for a movie that's on Shudder. I'm drawing a blank on the name. But anyway, Nathan was the writer on that, and so we already have access to agents and stuff that can get us streaming deals, but we need to show them, and we need to show more. I think to take the crowdfunding to the next level too, we need to have to show people, to show everybody exactly what it is that we're trying to do. Because I get it, the Amityville Barbie name, it's fun. We don't want to change it. We don't want it rolls off the tongue. It's got a nice ring to it. It definitely sums up what we're doing. But Amityville anything these days conjures images of like the shittiest turd on Tubi, like that Amityville toilet or something, which we tried to watch, where it's just literally like a guy with wigs and a mustache and a camcorder in his house making the dumbest shit you've ever seen. And for some reason, it still gets on Tubi, just because, I don't know, it's because it's called Amityville something. I don't know. And some of these streaming networks are starved for content. So, yeah, we get it. Not another Amityville movie. I almost want to call it that, you know, because that kind of is more, if you remember, not another teen movie and scary movie and all that kind of stuff. It's a parody. We're making fun of a lot of this stuff. So we're having fun, satire. But we also want to show you guys something, you know, the level of shooting, of the quality of cinematography. Again, I know we talk about this a lot, but it's important. Our director of photography has won awards as well for his cinematography. He owns a red Komodo 6K camera and all kinds of gear that he's bringing to the table to shoot this thing. And many of you may not be aware of this either. Netflix has a certain standard that if you want to sell your movie to Netflix, it has to be shot on a certain standard camera, a certain level. There's a certain minimum standard of camera that has to be met. And the camera we're shooting on well exceeds it. It's a 6K camera. Yeah, Netflix doesn't take anything under 4K, and they don't take like DSLR cams and stuff like that. We're shooting on a legit filmmaking movie maker's 6K camera, and it's gonna look fucking gorgeous. Our lighting crew is very professional as well. The crew that I brought together for this, it's the same people that worked on Stalked, and they worked on a bunch of other stuff together. So that's the beauty of having a local crew. And I've only worked with them as a stunt coordinator so far in that capacity a couple times. But we always have a good time, and everybody gets along well. There's no assholes on the crew. That's yeah, that's one of the keys to filmmaking. Key to any good workplace is don't hire assholes. Just good people that people like to work with and be around. And that's what we have. And they also are very good at their jobs. They've all won awards in some aspect of filmmaking, from our special effects artist to our cinematographer. We haven't won awards per se for our stunt work, but movies that we've done stunt work for have won awards. Free Meek for Amazon comes to mind. All the police brutality, if you watched Free Meek, based on a true story, won all kinds of awards. All the police brutality reenacted in that movie was coordinated by me, and that was my stunt team doing all that stuff in there. So, yeah, that's what we're bringing to the table. And we want to show everybody, obviously. We could talk about it, but it's that's the whole point of storytelling, is show, don't tell. Filmmaking, that's what we're here for. So we're going to make this trailer, teaser. I shouldn't call it a trailer. It's not officially a trailer. It's the opening scene, and it's going to be used as a teaser for the film. So, yeah, that's our next step. And then hopefully everybody will see exactly what it is that we're trying to do, and they'll go, oh, this isn't a backyard. This isn't another Amityville movie. This is something totally different. I can dig it, hopefully. So, all right, let me check it in the chat here real quick. I know you guys are all being patient. Robert's home. That's right. It was Robert's place that we went and saw. I'm saying hi to Steph. I'll just put the chat overlay back up, I guess. There we go. There we go. Ronald suggests you should add premiere tickets to the next crowdfunding campaign. That's a possibility, Ron. We have to figure out a premiere time, though. We'll see. Kara says, I've never seen Scott Pilgrim. Hi, Kara. Thanks for checking in, obviously. And yes, check out Scott Pilgrim. Oh, my God. Watch Scott Pilgrim. It's, yeah, Scott Pilgrim. Amazing movie. The action's great. Fight scenes are great, but there's a ton of, like, because it's based on a comic book. And there's a ton of like comedic overlays and like fun actiony stuff. They really do a good job, and there hasn't been anything like it since. So we wanted to add that kind of element to it. This is a campy movie. It's a fun movie. We want people to like to enjoy themselves when they watch it. Obviously, we're not taking ourselves too seriously, but there is a message. I'll get to that too. Kara says, I started checking out Jess's other movies. She's going to be perfect as Barbie. Yes, we agree too. We did have a read. We had a bunch of the actresses. We had a lot of submissions for Barbie. We sent out a bunch of sides. A lot of people don't even return. Everybody's like, yeah, I want to audition. I want to audition. We send sides out, and then nobody sends the sides back. Nobody sends their self-tape back. We do what's in this day and age called a self-tape. We don't bring people in for auditions anymore. Everybody's all over the place. Everybody records everything. You have a camera in your phone. You can easily record your self-tape and mail it to me in 20 minutes. And I can see your acting that way. So there's no, we don't, the old days of bringing them in and all that kind of stuff to do an audition also eliminates the possibility of a casting couch, which is very good. That's fucking, the Weinsteins of the world don't get to have a casting couch if you're self-taping. I mean, I'm sure they'd still find fucking ways of doing it, it's a different video. We'll get, at any rate, we send out all these sides and maybe half send back their self-tapes, so they're very excited. And then I don't know, maybe they didn't like the script, or they the sides are very basic that we send out anyway. Maybe they felt they couldn't handle the range that I wrote into the script. Maybe, I don't know. Hippie Mandy checking in. Hi, Mandy. And Mandy says, I'm so excited for Amityville Barbi the movie. Thank you so much. We are excited to start shooting. I can't wait to start shooting. And Ron says, yes, can't wait to meet all of you on set. Ron, like I said, got our stunt day on set perk. So he's going to join us for it'll be an overnight. I don't know if I mentioned that, Ron. It's going to be an overnight shoot. So we'll go from sundown till sun up. So you can hang with us as long as possible, as long as you can stay awake, I guess. We'll feed you. We'll keep you somewhat entertained. I guess there's a lot of waiting on set, I will say. I'll prepare you now. There's a lot of hurry up and wait. If you're not familiar with movie sets, here's one of the insider tips. That's why big name actors have trailers, so they can go to their trailer and wait for the resets, or wait for the lighting to reset, or reset a set, or turn the world around. There's Ron's been on a bunch of sets. Awesome. So already, Ron. Yes, you are well aware then. The hurry up and wait is very real. Steph says, well, if we have a warehouse, doesn't have to be overnight. True, Steph Infection, but I have to see the lights. I'm sorry, not lights, the windows. There could be windows in the warehouse. We haven't seen it yet. We see it tomorrow. So, yes, we see the location. If there are windows, then it might have to wait till night, unless they're blacked out. If they're blacked out, we get lucky. We can start whenever we want. We could shoot on a normal, possibly day schedule. But if there's windows, we'll probably shoot night for night. We do have a scene outside that we need to shoot, so that will be a night shot. The very beginning, the very top of the scene is outdoors, establishing shot. And then we would move into interiors. So yes, we'll have to wait and see the location stuff. Anthony says, I have never seen a movie set. We'll send plenty of pictures, and you'll probably be able. We'll go live from the set, I'm sure, especially on this shoot. We'll do a lot of stuff. Jess's sponsor, one of Jess's sponsors, is going to get her shirt from this or whatever top she's wearing, and it will be blood soaked by the time we're done with it. In this scene, believe me, that was one of the perks. To sponsor Jessa, you would get a screen worn piece of wardrobe, and she would sign it. You get a video of her actually in the scene, behind the scenes, wearing it, getting ready to wear it, getting covered in blood, etc., etc. So, yeah, we're gonna have some fun, and yeah, you'll see plenty of behind the scenes stuff, and we'll go live as much as possible without giving away too many spoilers, obviously. But we'll do stuff with different members of the cast going live as they're on. And you'll get to see some cool stunt stuff on this first one. So we're going very heavy on stunts and practical effects and digital effects also on this. Because we are also going to use, like I said, the Scott Pilgrim stuff is going to be a heavy part of the fight scenes. We feel like it's gonna add a lot. So it's gonna add a lot of fun. I love Scott Pilgrim. Have you guys have you seen it? Check in. Let us know what your thoughts were. I'm not even the biggest Michael Cera fan, but I thought he was perfect in the role. And yeah, the stunt team did an awesome job. The fights in that were fucking amazing. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun doing some stuff. Anthony says, are you going to do the cool thing where the end credits has all the bloopers going on while the names scroll by? Yeah, we're going to have plenty of bloopers. I'm sure we will definitely have bloopers. We'll probably have a blooper reel that we could show right from the teaser too. So fun fact, this is probably Jess's. I don't think Jess has done any real film fighting before, and this is going to be her first time, and we're going to put her through a quick boot camp of film fighting. It's not easy. It's not easy. We're going to bring in 3 stunt people to play demons who do this for a living, and they're going to make her look good. She's a dancer. She's flexible. So we've seen her kicks. She did a video for us of some punches and kicks. So we've seen that she can punch and kick. She's a dancer, so she should understand beats and timing and all that kind of stuff, rhythm, which is what a lot of film fighting is. But there's a lot of intensity that's in there. That's the tough thing to duplicate, is the intensity of being in a fight and literally fighting for your life. I'll tell you what, I've trained a lot of stunt people to fight on camera. A lot. And I've trained a lot of actors to fight on camera as well. Stunt people would be, a lot of them are martial artists to begin with. That's how they get into stunts. So they already have a fighting background. So with them, it's more teaching them to loosen up and extend for camera and play to camera more and break the habit of, well, I wouldn't do that in a real fight. Well, that's right, because this is a movie fight, not a real fight. That's the biggest thing with dealing with real martial artists, when you're teaching a stunt person how to fight on camera, or a martial artist how to fight on camera. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, my buddy does martial arts. This is like one of my pet peeves of, and I get called this for this kind of stuff a lot in indie filmmaking. When they have a fight scene, they'll be like, oh yeah, my buddy teaches martial arts. He's going to be my fight choreographer. Okay, good luck with that. I mean, it's great that he teaches martial arts, but he teaches martial arts for real practical applications, which look like shit on film. Let's be honest. And I'll do a whole video on that another time, on the differences between film fighting and real fighting and why. But that's usually where some of the martial arts guys, they have a tough time breaking their real fighting habits to do certain things for camera. Their intensity is usually really good, but their lines sometimes wind up short. Their punches are short, or, they're too compact when you need to be big and stretching things out because the camera shrinks movements even more, or will make them bigger if you make them nice and big. So it's just like adding 10 pounds. The camera's going to intensify whatever you give it. So if you give it short, compact movements, it's going to intensify short, compact movements, and that doesn't look good on camera. So, all right, enough on that. On why dancers usually have no problem picking up the choreography, and actresses have no problem picking up like the beats and choreography and all that kind of stuff, and they can get the timing down and do all this stuff. But they get so busy thinking about the choreography that they forget to act. And that's where we lose the intensity. And you see instantly a lot of times with actors and actresses who they're new to fight scenes. They are concentrating on remembering beats and remembering their movements because this is new to them. This isn't something they do all the time. So that's where they are thinking about their movements and they're not acting. They're forgetting that they also have to act. So that's a lot of times you get, there's just stunt people. So stunt people are actors too. You got to keep that in mind. Stunt people are physical actors because when you watch a stunt person try and kill Tom Cruise in a knife fight in like one of the Mission Impossible movies, that dude really looks like he's trying to kill Tom Cruise, right? And then when Tom Cruise is kicking his ass, he looks like he's really getting his ass kicked by Tom Cruise, right? And it looks like he's really getting shot down. Like, that's acting. That's because he's an actor. He's not just a stunt person, he's an actor. He acts while also doing the physically demanding and taxing stunt work. That's the beauty of it, of it. And that's why, like, number one, stunts should have an Oscar as well. Stunt performers, stunt coordinators. Stunts is one of the biggest parts of the movie industry, and why America is one of the leaders in the movie industry worldwide and entertainment worldwide. And that's our number one export and all that stuff. But yeah, it's because stunt people. And Anthony Noble, damn right, stunt lives matter. And they should really get a goddamn award for it from the Oscars. But yeah, I mean, that's where the usually some actors or actresses who are new with the fight stuff, they tend to struggle. So we're gonna Jess is new. We're gonna bring her in a couple days early, where she's gonna work with Corey, our fight choreographer, and Corey will also be stunt demon number 1. And I guess we can announce that now, huh? Corey Fackler will be playing stunt demon number 1 in our teaser, our opening scene for the movie. So yes, we can welcome. We already had Corey welcome to the team as the fight choreographer, so we can also welcome. He's going to do a couple lines. He's going to do a little acting. So you get to see Corey talk some shit on camera as well. Ron says, are you guys hosting the party at Bar 13 on the 13th? Yes. Thanks for bringing that up, Ron. I'll talk about that real quick. If you haven't seen it yet, we have Amityville Barbi herself will be with us on, I'm going to try and bring the poster up here. I know it's on the page. I still have to make the event page for it, but it's here somewhere. Way back. There it is. And I can go here and share screen. There we go. So if you haven't seen yet, we are going to have a party on Friday the 13th of September. And we are going to have, like that, split screen here, make it bigger. No, still can't see it. I'll put it that way. All right, that works. So yes, we are going to shoot on the 14th. Well, We have rehearsals and a little bit of a shoot on the 14th, and then the full shoot on the 15th. But on the Friday the 13th of September, we will have Jessa Flux in town. Amityville Barbi herself will be with us at Bar 13 Delaware for one of our Hellaware Punk parties. Every second Friday, we do a Hellaware Punk night, and we usually have a couple bands and a DJ playing some original punk music and spinning some punk classics and drink specials and all that good stuff. So we decided, since we'd have Jessa in town, and it coincided, the shoot coincided with our Hellaware Punk night. It was Friday the 13th, which is a horror holiday, right? We would have a special meet and greet with Jessa Flux, Amityville Barbi herself. So, hi, Nixie. Come say hi. So, if you want to join us, tickets are going to go on sale soon. I have not set them up yet, but yes, we will get them on sale. They will be on sale ahead of time because I think people are going to want to have pre-sale tickets for this one to make sure. Yes, we have 2 bands on right now. I have to reach out to one more band that I would like to play. I keep forgetting to do that. I will have to do that today. Ron says, can we buy tickets in advance? Yes. Very soon, Ron. I have to set up the event page. I have a whiteboard over here in my office with a list of shit to do for the week that I check off as I fucking go through all this stuff that's pressing to be done. And that's on the list. It's like the 5th thing down. I don't necessarily go in order. But yeah, I'm going to have the ticket link up early for this one. We will have tickets available early. We'll have Bring Cash too. We'll probably have a professional photographer for like real photo ops, and it'll be a couple bucks extra, whatever, to get your picture with Jessa. Les Price is going to be there. We haven't announced all of the other actors and actresses from the cast that'll be there, but Johnny Thunders will be there. Les Price will be there. Sierra Lachey, who was just recently announced as our Christie, will also be there. And we'll see who else we can get out. I know some of our cast does not live very close by, but we will see about Chris Dyer and Nick Kelly and Stephanie Pham's in Jersey, so maybe we can get Steph to make an appearance. Be nice. Steph just got adopted as well. Thank you to Stephen Michael Fromm for adopting our Nico. And yeah, we really appreciate that. We got Nico adopted, and we also got RW Hellborn, our Tom Legstrong character. So, yeah. Ron, love you too, brother. Appreciate it, man. We appreciate everybody's support on this. All right. I'm going to wrap up in a minute here and get back to work. There's a ton of stuff to do, but I appreciate everybody checking in. Anthony asked, did you get Corey Feldman for a role? It will work for half full tuna cans at this point. Yeah. Maybe we'll get Corey for the sequel. We'll see. He can reprise his role as Tommy from the Friday the 13th. Oh, the Feldman. All right. Well, thank you all again for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for the support. If you haven't, go check out the Indiegogo. There's a bunch of cool perks left still, and stay tuned. We start shooting in September, the end of the summer. So we'll probably have a couple more fundraisers set up, or probably another crowdfunder to kind of like extend and go for a bit. We'll bring some of these perks back. Maybe not all of them. Maybe we'll come up with some new stuff you guys might want. Might be interested in, so feel free to send suggestions. I know we also have some mini shout out to Saren Cadaver too, because I know we have some mini Ouija boards, Amityville Barbi Ouija boards that were made. So I know she was getting ready to send those down to us as well. So they will probably be available in the next round of crowdfunding that we do. We'll probably set the goal lower. And yeah, I mean, we're going to get this thing done. We're going to shoot our first scene, and then we were going to shoot with the funding that we have now, we have enough to shoot 2 standalone scenes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot this first one, use it as a teaser. While we shop that around and crowdfund some more, we will plan our second standalone scene shoot. We'll bang that one out. If we need to make a second teaser, we will as well. The main cast, the big cast, will have to come together for principal photography, and that will probably be 10 to 14 days. And that'll probably take place after the winter, most likely. So early 2025 after winter. So that's when you can expect like the full principal photography, because a lot of it takes place outdoors at a barbecue. So we need a little nicer weather. But these standalone scenes we'll be able to shoot during. That's the beauty of this. There's quite a few little standalone scenes where we pop in and out of for this thing, and some like flashbacks, dream sequences, stuff like that. Like flashback sequences, little backstory bits, and all that we're putting in there. So we have plenty that we can shoot leading up to principal photography while we continue to build our funding. And again, thank you all for helping. Thank you all for checking us out, dealing with the cat butt, and appreciate it. Rachel Sinversa just checked in. She's newly added to the soundtrack. Thank you, Rachel, and welcome. We are very happy to have your song featured on our soundtrack. That's another thing. If you dig awesome music, the Amityville Barbi official soundtrack has a ton of cool bands on there, and quite a few female-fronted bands and female artists on there, as well as some really cool punk bands that wanted to contribute to the project and back the project or be involved in some way. So I think there's one song perk left too. If you go and if there's a band that's still interested, I think we have one spot left. There's one perk on the Indiegogo for a song slot to get onto that soundtrack. And if you get the song slot, it's $100 to get the song slot. We send you 10 CDs on us. So you're able to sell those CDs at your shows and make your money back. Make a couple bucks if you sell them for 15 each, but at the minimum, if you sell them for 10 bucks each, you'll make your $100 back. So it's really an investment in your friend's project and putting your name out there. And you're getting something in return, along with your name in the credits and digital downloads of the movie and soundtrack for yourselves, all the band's names and the thank you on IMDb and all that kind of cool stuff. So go check it out. A lot of awesome stuff on the Indiegogo, a lot more to come. And Amityville Barbi on the way. All right, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks, everybody. And stay spooky.